6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. And this is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Finance Minister has assured business community that all decisions will be made through mutual consultation to ensure favorable outcomes. Minister for Planning says the government has taken proactive steps to promote quantum technologies in Pakistan. Gilgit-Baltistan budget for next fiscal year with a total outlay of over 1 trillion and 40 billion rupees was presented at Assembly in Gilgit today. In France, Sikh community held a protest demonstration in Paris to highlight Indian atrocities against minorities in occupied Jammu and Kashmir and within India. UK-based advocacy group Save the Children has called for a probe into unaccounted over 21,000 Palestinian children in Gaza. In ICC T20 World Cup Super 8 stage, match between Australia and India will be played at Gross Islet today. And now the news in detail. Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb has assured business community that all decisions will be made through mutual consultation to ensure favorable outcomes. He was talking to a delegation of Pakistan Business Council led by its chairman Shabir Diwan in Islamabad today. The delegation appreciated the ongoing efforts of government and discussed the federal budget 2024-25 with the finance minister. They also presented specific suggestions and tax proposals for consideration. The finance minister acknowledged and thanked the Pakistan Business Council for its insights. He assured that recommendations presented by the council will be considered in the finalization of budget to whatever extent possible. The minister also highlighted the FBR's ongoing efforts aimed at broadening the tax base and bringing retailers in TaxNet. Minister for Planning and Development Ahsan Iqbal inaugurated International Nathiagali Summer College on Physics and Contemporary Needs today. The Summer College is being organized every year by Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission since 1976, aiming at transferring and sharing scientific knowledge among the scientific community. Speaking on the occasion, the minister said International Nathiagali Summer College has established a tradition of stimulating scientific activities, particularly in the field of physics. While recognizing the transformative power of quantum science, he said the government has taken proactive steps to support the development of quantum technologies in Pakistan. The minister said these projects aim to leverage Pakistan's scientific expertise and technological capabilities to advance the frontiers of quantum science, computing, and engineering. National Assembly today continued discussion on federal budget for the next year in Islamabad today. Participating in the discussion, Shahida Rahmani said the budget envisages no measures for women empowerment. Mir Ghulam Ali Talpur said agriculture is greatly supporting the economic growth rate. He opposed the imposition of taxes on agriculture inputs, including tractors, fertilizers, and pesticides. Muhammad Iqbal Khan said the true potential of blue economy should be explored to take the country forward. Sheikh Aftab Ahmed said it will be an effort of the government to get the budget passed with consensus. He said PMLN has rendered sacrifices for democracy. Muhammad Usman Badini said the resolution of country's problems lies in abolishing the interest-based financial system. He said special efforts should be made for development of Balochistan province. Abdul Qadir Gilani demanded the creation of South Punjab province. He said South Punjab should be given its share in development. Seher Kamran was of the view that revenue collection target set in the budget for the next fiscal year is not realistic. Waqas Akram criticized the taxation measures in the budget. He also regretted the mob lynching incident in Sawat. Ghulam Muhammad proposed the establishment of a fund within the National Assembly for provision of humanitarian aid to the Palestinian people. Gilgit-Baltistan budget for next fiscal year with a total outlay of over 1 trillion and 40 billion rupees was presented in Assembly in Gilgit today. Finance Minister Muhammad Ismail, while presenting budget in the House, said a total of 34.50 billion rupees have been earmarked for annual development program, while 86.60 billion rupees have been set aside for non-developmental expenditure. He announced an increase of 25% in the salaries of government employees from grade 1 to 16 and 20% in the salaries of employees of grade 17 and above. Italy, in collaboration with local partners and supported by UNESCO, will launch a pioneering radio education program across Pakistan next month to bridge educational gaps and empower the underprivileged communities. This was stated by Italian ambassador to Pakistan, Marilena Armelin, in an interview with APP. She said the initiative will also help in sharing practical information on sustainable development practices for schools. The upcoming radio education project will use interactive radio instructions to enhance after-school education and community resilience. This is Radio Pakistan. International Day of Women in Diplomacy was observed today. The theme of the day was Women's Leadership in Multilateral Diplomacy. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister Muhammad Ishaq Dar has lauded the services of Pakistani women diplomats for their tremendous contributions. In a message on social media platform X on the occasion of International Day for Women in Diplomacy, he said stalwarts like Begum Rana Liaquat Ali Khan, Madam Shaista Ikramullah, Mohtarma Benazir Bhutto, and many others set the path for hundreds of women diplomats who continue to represent Pakistan at the international stage with grace and dignity. The Foreign Minister applauded them for their services and contributions. Illegally incarcerated senior APHC leader and chairman of Jammu and Kashmir Democratic Freedom Party, Shabir Ahmad Shah, has denounced Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's comments on Jammu and Kashmir as unrealistic. Shabir Ahmad Shah, in a statement from New Delhi's Tihar jail, emphasized that peace in occupied territory hinges on the settlement of Kashmir dispute in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. He urged the Modi government to re-evaluate its Kashmir policy and adopt a pragmatic approach to resolve the long-standing conflict. He stressed that India's resilience on force and reliance force will not subdue the Kashmiri people who are demanding their right to self-determination. Meanwhile, the Sikh community in Paris held an anti-India protest highlighting atrocities on minorities inside India and in occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Besides Sikhs, a large number of Kashmiri community members participated in the protest. In Canada, Sikh activists marked the first death anniversary of Hardeep Singh Nijjar by holding a mock trial of Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi outside the Indian consulate in downtown Vancouver. Israel has martyred over 37,500 Palestinians in besieged Gaza enclave during the last 8 months, and nearly half of them are children. According to a report prepared by UK-based Save the Children, up to 21,000 children are unaccounted for since Israel launched war on Gaza on October 7 last year. The advocacy group has also called for a ceasefire to find the missing children. Earlier this month, the UN added Israel to the blacklist of countries harming children in conflict. Save the Children has called for an investigation into Gaza's missing children. Bahrain and Iran have agreed to hold talks aimed at resuming political relations between the two countries. This consensus reached at a meeting between Bahrain's Minister of Foreign Affairs Abdul Latif Al-Zayani and his Iranian counterpart Ali Bagheri Khani in Tehran. Last month, Bahrain's King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa had said his country is looking forward to improve its relations with Iran. Russia has declared 3 days mourning following an attack by gunmen on a church, synagogue, and police post Dagestan that resulted in killing of several people. Russia's investigative committee in a statement said the death toll has risen to 19 people. In South Korea, 22 people were killed when a powerful explosion set on fire a lithium battery factory in Hwasong Industrial City today. In the ICC T20 World Cup Super 8 stage match between Australia and India will be played at Gros Islet today. The match will start at 7:30 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather. Mainly hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, a windstorm and thunderstorm is likely at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Pothohar region, and northeast Balochistan. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.